Hello there, welcome to my channel. You're here with Ali, Budget with Ali. I did a video the other day where I condensed week 1, 2 and 3 of my shopping together, so I don't know if anybody's seen that one, so that's out of the way, so it makes it a bit easier for me when I come around to doing finally payday. Everybody loves payday, don't they? So I have worked out all of my things because I like to have it all worked out before I come on and do a video for you guys. So I've got it all written down, how much is going where and how much exactly I had spare. Well, I say spare, it's never really spare, is it? You always want it to go somewhere, so it's not going too bad. So I've got that all worked out, which should make the video a lot shorter, you'll be pleased to hear. You're not going to have to listen to me rabbit on too much. So today I'm going to be cash stuffing a small amount of £386.98. So that is after my shopping. My shopping cost me roughly £500 for the month, split over 4 weeks. Just remember that this is based on your budget and not mine, so your budget might be more better than mine, it might be a bit less than mine, but you have to budget for what's right for you and your household. Okay, so I've already taken most of what was going to be left over from my week 4. I left that £5 note in, so that'll have to go in my shopping tin, wherever I've put that. So I'm getting this ready because I'm going to be doing like 13-hour shifts over the weekend, so it's always a bit hard to try and fit everything in. So I just thought if I done it today, it gets it out of the way for you guys, and anybody that's wanting to watch can watch, and anybody that doesn't want to watch doesn't need to watch. So it's entirely up to anybody whether they tune in or not. So to begin with, I have got the 98p. So I said on my last video I was going to put my penny challenge into one of these because it was just too much for my binders. Once it starts going in and building up, it's quite hard to close your binders for that one. So we have got the 98p, which is left over. So we will take that and put that into the penny challenge. So 98 is marked off there. So that one is done. It'd be nice if anybody that's watching lets me know how their challenges are going or how they're finding the budgeting and stuff. I still think my household might not be very happy about it, but it's an adjustment and nobody likes change, do they? So it's just tough to take because Big Mama is changing things up, so they'll just have to like it, lump it or move out. It's as simple as that. So I've already got my shopping money set out into the weeks. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, is that right? Wait a minute. 125, yeah. So I'll be putting 125 into this new month's grocery slots. I've had to cut all my nails off because we're not really allowed them at work, so it makes life a little bit harder when you're dealing with picking things up, but unfortunately it's part of the uniform process for where I work. So does anybody else have any restrictions on their work? They're being pretty strict at the minute at our place, so that's one of the things that they're kind of stamping down on is having nails and things. But luckily I don't go in with them painted or anything. I tend to only get them done when I've got a good spell off on holidays. because it just isn't worth the money otherwise, because you just have to pay to have them removed as soon as you've got them on and you take them back into work. So for my eating out last month, we didn't do too bad. I think I'd put 50 in there last month. So from that I've got some change, so that will come out and go aside. I think this is the hardest one for my kids and that, because they really love eating out or takeaways constantly, so it's always a hard one to do. So we are going to put 40 in there, because that literally covers like a takeaway for the month, and that is all that they are getting, and we've not done too bad. I won't say I haven't tapped my card, because that would be a lie, because it is quite hard really to stick to everything all the time, but I'm getting better, so that's good. So Hair and Beauty, I had originally put £40 into that, I think last month, so I've still got 20 odd pound left from that, so we'll set that aside as well, and we're going to allocate that £20 this month, because I know that I've done the big bulk buy for like my laundry and stuff like that off of last month's, so that should be okay. Household, I think last month I gave it 50. Again, I still have 20 odd pound left of that, so again that's just going to go aside, and you know, probably got about 27 pound left in that. So household this month is going to have 40, so maybe shove a couple of 10s in there, and see how we get on. Again, I've got quite a lot of my bulk stuff, so we're not too bad. Missy and her treats, bless her. Don't know about anybody else's dogs, but my dog at the minute has decided that she only wants to live on treats. My kids and my hubby go mad, because obviously she thinks she's getting a treat every time somebody moves. So again, I allocated Missy £6 last month, and I've still got £2 odds left over from that one. So again, we're going to allocate a £6 again. And the next time I go shopping, I'll just buy her a couple of boxes of treats in advance. So that is literally my binder one done. We're not putting any more in at that one, so we'll go with this one first, I think. So this is like got a lot of my bigger stuff in, so like emergencies, debts, holidays, mortgage, Christmas, all of them kind of stuff. So as I said, I've already sorted out what I had left, how much I was going to put into each binder, and this is how I've done it. Don't really seem to have as much left over this month as I did last month, but to be fair, I have paid a couple of things off early, which I wasn't planning on, but I've decided to. So again, I want to build that emergency fund up and get it up as quick as I can. So I will put another £50 into that this month. I can do all the writing on the back later when I've got more time, so I'm not going to worry about having it just right for this time. My debt one, again, don't really have much debt, to be fair, and you know, I have, as I said, I've just paid some things off, but I haven't taken it from here, so this will still continue to build up. Holiday, where are you? You're going to get £20 this month. So I mean, it's not a huge deal, it's not going to, you know, break the bank as such, and it's not going to take me anywhere quickly, but that's the whole point of saving, isn't it, that you've just got a little bit extra to help towards things, if not fully pay for anything. Christmas, as I've stated in all my videos, I'm pretty much sorted this year, so that'll be getting £20, and I don't know, I may need it this Christmas to buy little bits of something, but if not, then I'm just going to roll that over to next Christmas. And also my savings, I am going to put £40 into my savings, just to build that up a bit. If there's anything that I fancy buying, then you know I'll buy it. So that'll get 20/40, so that's done. Now this next one for Missy, this is about vets and anything health wise that goes wrong. I still haven't cancelled my insurance on her, purely because I know what's sitting in here is not enough to cover some of the things that she might actually be needing very soon. We've had to have her at the vets, and she has got like a little bit of a chest problem going on at the moment, so she's on some medication for that. She'll go back next month and have her in a yearly booster, and the vet will recheck her over, and if she needs to, they are going to do an x-ray and stuff of her lungs. So at the minute we're still insured, we're still paying that, but we're also paying into this as well, so that's all sorted. And as soon as she's got the all clear, and I've got a little bit more saved up into this, then the insurance can go. So Mrs. thing for this one is going to get another £20. Electricals, I am still paying my insurance on those, which I do need to cancel, but I just haven't had the time to sit and do that, so that's only getting £10 this month. But we're getting there. It's maybe better to keep a couple of the things running while you build your wallets up. That's my thinking anyway, is that if I build my wallets up a little bit before I cancel, then I've kind of got that safety net as well, because I do like to have a safety net. I like to have like a little bit of cash hidden. The mortgage this month is only going to get £10, just purely because I know that I've paid off 2 of the other bills, so it has given me less money to play with this month. The cars, again, I'm going to put £10 into that one. So we've got that sorted. I'll tell you what, we'll take a 20 and we'll put a 10 out. And that way it keeps the 20s right as well. I hope you are all going to have a nice weekend. Maybe some of you will be at work, some of you won't be. If anybody's at work, then happy days, that's where I am. Next is my garden fund. Obviously, I've always said it's not a priority for me, so I'm not that fussed at how long it takes to build this up, so that's only going to get £5. My cricket, I was a bit naughty and I bought some stuff that I shouldn't have been buying last month, which is why I've got a bit less money to play with this month as well. So again, that's only going to get £5. Amazon, again, we're still doing that little bit of spending on there that we shouldn't be doing, as you know, we're saving, so that's only going to get £5. Mother-daughter day, normally I would put about £40 into this, but this month I'm only going to put 20 in, purely because I did put an extra 20 in from when I did what was left over from the shopping funds. So we're going to go with 20 into this one, so that's covered. At least it's getting something. Home, again, just £5. There's nothing that we really need, so that can just sit there building up at that speed. It's not an emergency for me. Birthdays, don't have any birthdays now for my kids and my husband till next year, so that's getting £10 to help build that up a little bit. So that is 2 binders down. And then in this one, work, let's have a look. I don't think I actually spent anything in work last month, so that's got £10 left in it, and we are going to be given that £10 again, according to this. So let's hope this is all going to work out as it should. Miscellaneous, can't remember what I gave it last month, but it's still got £5 in there. So again, where's that one? Miscellaneous. we'll skip that one for now, and I'll come back to that one. So Peter, he's not got a whole deal in there, but he doesn't need much, and now and again a little trim at the barbers. So that'll be him. And then we have Phoebe, so she is going to get £5 into there. And then I have Slim and World. We've got a little bit in there at the minute, because I bought a 6-week countdown, so we're putting £10 into that one. So that literally brings me to the end of the cash stuffing as far as that's concerned. So them can be put aside. We've done the penny challenge for now. So now we have 20, 40, 50, 50, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 55, 58, and we have 59, 60, 100, 120, 104, 5, 40, 50, 58 pence. Right, so we'll go back into the penny challenge and we'll add the 58 pence. I find these quite difficult to get in at times, but a really good idea nonetheless. I can't get my blooming sheet out now. So we've got 58 pence in there. That's 10, that's 50. Oops. Got lost in there, don't I? Anybody that is watching, you can always tell me what you're doing at the weekend, what challenges you're doing currently. Oh, Sugar Plum and Fairy. Right, Mary from the dairy. There we are. Right, so we have, obviously, I've got a little bit more because I've got them £2 coins there. So we will put that into the £2 savings, which, as you know, is coming on quite well. So I always end up with a little bit extra cash here and there. So I'm constantly hiding money in a sense. So that's that one done. So that is so I've probably got just over 170 saved so far in those. So that's quite good. The extra things that I have been buying have been little things like I've gone back into crafting recently. You know, a lot of people suffer from mental health, don't they? I'm one of them people, unfortunately. So, but never mind, we try and make the best of it and try and find something nice in every day. So that's what I've been doing this week as well, is, well, the last couple of weeks, is going back into crafting. It's been almost 5 years since I did anything with my crafting. I've got a lovely big setup in my bedroom, the machines, heat presses, printers, sublimation printers, you name it, I've got it. So I have, you know, I go to Slim World, so I've been making little tote bags for myself and 2 of my friends who are also doing Slimming World, but they go to different groups. So they've got a little bag with a cup and a Sin-Tin treat box. One of them doesn't have the Sin-Tin because she doesn't eat sweets or anything. She's very good. What else have I made? My boss recently got married, so I took one of her photos from Facebook and he transferred that onto a slate for her that sits on a nice little stand. One of the lads I work with, he doesn't have his own cup at work, so I sublimated him a cup as well. So yeah, I've made a few different things. I've been making some Christmas crackers and stuff, just to keep us busy really. You know, if your mind's busy, you haven't got the time for the negative thoughts and everything that come with dealing with mental health. So it is quite a nice thing if you can find something in that. That is lovely. So at the minute we have got 40, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, exactly £60 to do the little challenge binders. So this one was my very first challenge binder. I did change some things around in the challenge binders purely because it was quite thick, and again I was struggling to close it. So we finished that one again, didn't we, last video. That'll be that one. I'm just going to have a quick look and see which ones I want to be using. So I'm not going to do the dice challenges and everything this time round. I'm just going to make it very plain and simple. And one of the things that I am going to do is, because I only put £20 into my mother-daughter day, I'm going to chuck another 20 quid in there, purely because the sooner I do it, the sooner I have that nice little day out with my girls. Don't quite often do anything with my son because, you know, boys are different, aren't they? They don't want to do the things that the girls are doing. So I'm topping that up with another £20. So that now leaves us with about £40 to put into these. So this one, we finished that one, didn't we? So I think we'll put, where's my little pen now? Maybe do one of these little sunflower things, which is like £5. So that'll just top that up a little bit more. So I'm not quite sure what I want to do with the money once I get to like the end of all these little challenges. Probably put it towards a holiday, everything that's been saved, because you know holidays are grand, aren't they, really? Let's see, this one, again I might just chuck a £5 in that one. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 into there. So I'll take 15 out and put 20 in. So, okay, and it's just about doing the little things that keep you busy. I am actually meant to be downstairs cooking tea at this moment in time, but obviously that's not happening here. So I'm quite happy with that one now. We'll check these last two binders and see where we're going to put the rest of it. If I don't want to put it into one of the challenges, I'll just shove it in somewhere else. How much do we need to finish that one? So we need 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And have a little add up of this and see find my calculator, that is. Which I can't, it's not to hand, is it? Of course not. I've got two calculators in this room, I can't find one. So we have £1. I'm just going to work this out very quickly because I'm no good at maths in my head, to be honest. So that's 4. 50. So to finish this one off, it's going to cost me £10.60. So I think that's what I'm going to do with that one. Is put the £10.60 in, and that'll be that one completed as well. So £10.60. Again, it's just making the very tight things once you start filling them with all these coins. And I do have 2 save any amounts left, so I'll just put the 2 20 pences in that's left over to make up the £1, and then that'll be that one done and dusted. So we've completed that one. We can probably change these out for something different because I have got a few different ones as well. We're not going to be doing that. So we are, let's have a look. I'm not sure we're going to be doing any, to be honest. Let's just do a peel the heart one. I always find this one a bit fiddly. I don't know if anybody else has got one like this, but I always find it quite fiddly to lift and then put back down. I've never found a pair yet. So, nice little pink hat. I know I've seen that one somewhere, but I don't do them often enough, so that's wrong. So £10 to go into that one. So we shall do that. Right, so that's that one in there. So we've got 5, 6, 7, 8, £9 left. So I haven't quite got enough for that 5 and 10 challenge. So I think what I might do with that £10, £9 even, is just pop it into one of these. Let me think. Close, mortgage, cause, garden. Yeah, it was that, because I'm sure I missed one thing. Amazon, 24, packages. I think we'll put £5 into the emergency fund. It's just to make it a quick video. I am making chicken schnitzels tonight, so that'll be quite canny. Where's the other £4 gonna go today? I think what I might do is just shove that into my Cricut pouch. Oh no, in fact I'll put it in Amazon because there is a couple of things I've got my eye on Amazon. So I'll pop it into there. And that is literally my cash stuffing done for today. I probably won't have very much left off that 4th week that's ending on Sunday. Obviously I'm at work, so it's just whatever the hubby and the kids want to go shopping for food wise. If they don't want to use anything that's in the house currently, which they probably won't, to be fair. So, but that's it, yeah. So I hope you all have a good weekend. Thanks for joining me, and good luck with your cash stuffing and your budgeting.